When we're practicing a piece and we want to do range of motion, what's happening is you have kind of a straight finger. You're playing with a little bit straight fingers. So when the fingers are straight and they don't come all the way into the flex position, you're not exhausting the flexor muscles. So you have tension in the flexor muscles. You're starting to flex them in, but to stop them, what you're doing before they fully flex, you're engaging the extensor muscles. So you have two muscle groups kind of working almost simultaneously, like the gas and the brake pedal on the car working. And so you have this tight stroke, which a lot of people play with. Right? It just feels like more secure to be kind of not far from the string. When you start practicing with range of motion, you want to look down, you want to make sure you're going into the flex position, all the way to that first knuckle of the joint, and at least coming out to the tip of the joint. You don't have to necessarily practice right-hand mapping, but you do have to practice range of motion with regards to the flex position and the extended position. And what will happen is, it's almost like the hand kind of unlocks, and you feel this range of motion, and when you flex all the way in, and the extensor muscles are exhausted, or the flexor muscles are exhausted, the sarcomeres, the proteins in the muscle have squished together enough where they're not really firing, then the passive resistance in the upper part of the hand can take over and bring the finger out. So the recoil comes out, and then the extensor muscles kick in just a little bit. All being said, what it feels like is a more relaxed motion, and the follow-through basically is what this is. The follow-through creates more tone. It's just like hitting a golf ball. If you stop the stroke before you hit the golf ball, it would only go a short distance. So when you follow through, even though you're still hitting the ball, and you're hitting the ball, right there, the idea that the club is going to go way up here, or a tennis ball, the racket's going to come up. If you stop the stroke, the ball doesn't go as far or as solidly. When you hit it, you kind of have this sweet spot feeling, where you do it when your intention is to go all the way up to the shoulder. You've exhausted the flexor muscle groups, which allow the extensor muscle groups to take over, and it's a much more relaxed, sort of powerful sound too. But when you first start practicing it, it'll absolutely throw the piece into a tizzy, because it's like the right hand that remembers this feeling of this tightness, and all of a sudden you're just relaxed, and you won't remember what notes you're playing. It's just kind of, it's really bizarre. So try a little bit of the first cello swing, and just watch the right hand, and don't worry so much about the notes or anything, but watch and see how your range of motion is going. Nice. Nice. How's that feel?
Yeah,
just the lack of what, half an inch distance? That half an inch, that last half an inch really is what unlocks the flexors. If the flexors are still tense when you're going to come back out, it's just a series of tense motions. Now what happens when we play? Well, we tend to make short strokes because we want to stay close to the string, because we think we're going to make fewer mistakes. But with this tension, what happens is we make more mistakes. And when we make more mistakes, what happens is we get a little tighter. We make the stroke even shorter. And then pretty soon you're partway through a program and your hand is locked up. No matter how good your technique is, you can't continue to play with really tight strokes.